Let's do the SAF template gallery. Let's give it a second. I think that I have too many solutions open, but okay, let's call it SAF Blazor training. Let's create. As net core, let's run the wizard. Okay, we inform as well. You want to see both just for a second, XPO, standard authentication. Let's just select business class, conditional appearance, and validation. That's it. That way we can add the clone functionality, or we can add anything else in code. Come on. Okay, here we go. So basically, let's close this out. One thing that I like to do, especially when there is a brand new application like this one, is okay. Let's say that we went to the wizard and we added the standard authentication, we added the validation model, we added the conditional appearance model. So what did SAF do there? So let's review Blazor. Of course, this is our focus today. And Blazor does it in the startup. That's the new Fluent API way of doing things. And then let's review the old way in Windows, and then we go and come back to the model and to everything else. So let's see here. If you see the regular startup that we discussed before in just regular SAF Blazor, regular Blazor application. And if you see, we have all these extensions methods. Right here, you can see that we're adding the server-side Blazor. This is the same one as a Blazor application. But then we can start seeing right here, we're adding SAF, and we're adding the name of our Blazor application, or for Blazor, SAF Blazor application. We are adding security, and right here you can see this is because we add the security in the wizard, and you can see what is the role type, permission policy role. So let's say that if you inherit from permission policy role and you create your own role class, you will have to change it here. What is the user type? Is the application user? What is the user logging info? What is the security strategy? And you will see that right here we have all those choices available for us. So we can continue. You can see what is our login page. Let's say that we do a custom login page. Here is where we change the path. So we will do the same thing. And actually, I will do it now. So when we run the application, we see the component. But let's say that I add a new component here, and let's keep a component because why not? That's it. Name as any other. We have the component here. Let's put again SAF Blazor training, and let's add the add page. So we can call it the add page is when we want to call it through the route. We don't have to do that if we are not doing that. We can just have a component that it doesn't have the add page attribute. And I'm missing, I think, here. Let's see what I mean. Yeah. Okay. So now, if we come back to startup, we can see all those things that were being added, right? We see the security, and we see everything that we need to do. I think that in the latest version, even the modules, you'll see it here. But now, if we go to our Blazor application and we go to the designer, because this is the code that is being generated from the wizard, you can see here that we have an initialize component method, and you, without even opening here, you can see here already all the private fields that you have. You have the validation module for Blazor. This is the platform specific. You have the validation module for diagnostic. You have conditional appearance. You have business class library. So you have all the modules that you're using in your application, the security module. And if you open here, you see how it's being added. Okay, right here, there is a new instance of the validation module, if there is a new instance of the validation Blazor module. And if you keep going, then you will see where this module is being added to the list of modules of our application. Okay, module one, of course, this is code generated, and of course they are not going to be, they don't know what modules are going to be adding, so they call it module one, module two, module three, module four, and so on, security. But then you see that it's being added to the list of modules that our application has. And you can see here more information about the compatibility type database schema, that it checks all your database when you are actually connected. The method, if you have seen when your version of your database doesn't match the version of your application, here is actually that event trigger, and you can go there and you can see right here is where the update happens. So it gives you a lot of information about what is happening. So in this case, if you want to add a module, a new module to your application, basically you just go to your, you can go here to your Blazor application, or you can go to the module. Let's go to diagnostic. Let's go to the module, and let's go and inside here the component, the constructor, you are going to find the required module types, and right here you can add the instance of what you need. One thing that is also good to know to do is just Google. The documentation of DevExpress is being really good by the day. So if we put here XAF modules, let's put, and let's open it here. I think that this is going to be the discussion about, okay, of all the modules. So we don't want to create a custom module now. So let's add XAF built-in modules that are the ones that are already there for us. And it's nice to see the module that XAF has developed. So let's see, a system module we can put until we get to that. Anyway, ways to register a module. This is the one that I was looking for. Yeah, you can see here all the information about modules and so on. Right here are all the modules that we need. Let's close this out for a second. And let's say that we want to do the clone object module. You open it here, and right here say add the clone object module to your application. So right here is already telling you, okay, you just have to go to the required modules type and add the module. So let's do that. Software training. And probably we need to add the namespace. Okay. If it's not finding the namespace, then we probably have to add the complete namespace. So this reference is not being, we don't have it in our application. So let's just basically manage new package. We need to make sure that we have our DevExpress node in place. So, okay. Let's leave it there, and then you will see all the nodes that we have available. We're gonna look for the clone one, and let's actually .clone. And right here you can even see the localizations one. So let's select clone object, and what version do we have here? 21.2.4. 21.2.4. I'm not seeing it here. If not, we're gonna select the local node. Okay, let's go to the 21.2 local. I think that they will change the name. So let's try this. Right. we have it here. So what's going on here? And we're good to go. Now, with that in place, now we can basically open the model, and I don't think that we have compiled the application yet, so let's do that. And check the documentation of the clone object. So basically, to use the clone object, there is an attribute that is clonable, and if you put that to true in any of your business classes, you will have the clone action available to you. So let's create a business object. Let's allow them to finish. And all the other modules is exactly like that. You can add it in the wizard, but you can just come here, add it to your required module site, and you're good to go. Okay, you have the module here, but let's add a new business object quickly. Domain object 1, because why not? And let's do just, doesn't matter, just a property. Next. Compile again, so we can open the module. So when it compiles, it goes and read all your metadata for your classes, and then you will see in the module that I already created the detail view, list view, and everything else that we need. So let's see. If you see here, it's already here, and we have a detail view, a list view, a lookup list view. So automatically, right away, by reflection, to our classes, create our classes. Now, if we go now to our domain object, so let's go to our business object and go to domain object. They have to be here, it's clonable. So if you see our clone module is already working. So if we make this true and we run our application, you will have right there. So the same thing if we want to add any other module after the fact. And we'll see it in Windows now. It's the same exact thing. And in the future version, it will not even, you will not even have to go. It will, you can add it in the startup right there for you. Especially because right now there is a simplified structure where you don't have 5 products, you will have 3. And if you are only doing Blazor, you will have 2. Okay, let's do admin. Now it takes a little bit because after this login is when you start creating the database. Okay, it's coming. And you guys, any questions, just put on the chat or unmute. We are not too many, so we can just have a discussion of anything you guys want to see. So if you want to go to domain object now, and there is not a domain object, of course, there is not a but if you see, as soon as I type, you have the clone action, and then you can clone that object. So that was that fast. We added a module, and we can create our own module and add it the same way. If you have seen how reusable modules work, is you create a module that is exactly same class as diagnostic, and just put all the functionality there, and then register it, and you're good to go.